Hey everybody, I'm back. Okay, so in my last post, I said that I was going to run a school or open up a school to help parents learn and children learn basic manners. After, doing that posting, 5 to 10 minutes, doing my little lesson plan for the first part of the program, I kind of modified a couple of different things. So I want to introduce you to Miss KK's Habit Correctional Program. It's a low budget production. Come on now. It's only scroll that we got going for. So, got a couple of rules, as with, any other program. Rule number one, parents must attend. I thought about it. What's the point of teaching your little Miss Periods how to act if the parents don't know how to enforce it because they don't know how to act? So, we gonna teach some old dogs new tricks. Rule number two, leave your tubes and your weapons at the door. We got security, I will fuck you up. So, I guess my main little problem with the little Miss Periods that live down the street is they walk on your property or walk up to your door. Don't say hi, don't say nothing, anything like that. So what we're going to do is lesson number one. Hi, how are you? Very simple. So you may think, but apparently those words just weren't ever taught to them. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a field trip around town. Grocery stores, busy little strips. And everyone whose path you cross, you will say hi. How are you? You will wave. You will smile. They will reply back. Some will, some won't, but at least you put the effort forth. So say hello. How are you? Hi. How are you? You make eye contact with somebody, you nod, you acknowledge something. Just don't sit there and stare at them like you're retarded. Even retarded folks, mentally disabled, whatever, will wave and say hi to you. So if your child can't, then there's an issue. Lesson number two, please and thank you. Now for those parents who have little ones like I do, yo gabba gabba. Please, thank you. Please, thank you. Please, thank you. Magic words. Okay, it's really simple. But for whatever reason, most children and adults, to be quite frank, don't know how to say please and thank you. May I please see this toy? May I come over? I can? Thank you. Really, really simple. Lesson number three, sharing. As I stated before, if you have something and you invite friends over or you go somewhere with someone else's house, take something for that friend. Invite that friend to have something. If you come over to my house and you have McDonald's or something, at least offer me a fry. I'll probably say no, but at least you offered. You offered to share. Just like I'm not going to sit up and have something to eat, something to drink in my house, and I have company, and not offer you the same, or something else to drink, or whatnot. So why do you let your children go outside, go to other people's houses with food and snacks, and don't tell them, take something for your friend if you're going to go over there, or keep them from going outside with the shit in the first place? And then go from there. If you don't have enough for your friends, leave it at home, or don't take it out. Quite simple. Lesson number 4. Back talk equals a backhand. Again, I will fuck you up. If I tell you to do something, I should only have to tell you one time. I should not have to tell you 50 million times. And then you smack your lips, you roll your eyes, and whatever. I'm all for children having a voice, independence, stuff like that. However, I am an adult. Get in the bed. Yeah, I'm training mine right now. I am an adult. You will respect me. Well, I'm jumping ahead of myself, but I am an adult. You will respect me. You do not come to my house and think that you are going to do anything otherwise. Now, back talk equal backhand. I come from that old school of thought. If I told you to do something once, you better do it. No ifs, ands, or buts. If you even cooked your mouth to say something sideways to me, it's over. Pop right in the lips. I like to play thumps with my babies. Right in the lips. Don't play with me. Well, I also learned from my mother, I'm not going to hurt my hand beating your behind. Little wooden spoon, stir up some smiles, Kool-Aid spoon. Yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm not saying, beat them to a pulp, but, a little correctional. Never hurt anybody. I'm still here. You'll be alright. Lesson number 5. Respect elders and others. Kind of touched on that a little bit already. However, still needs to say, goes a long way without saying. Do it. If I tell you to do something, you do it. You say, hi, how are you? May I come over? Can so-and-so come out and play? I really don't see what the hard problem is. This is one of my favorite ones that most people just do not understand or can't seem to comprehend. Lesson 6. Bedtime. My children have a bedtime of 8 o'clock. It's summer. It's still light out. As you hear, they're still awake. However, they've been in the bed since 8. Actually, about 8:20 because I was kind of, slipping today. But usually they're in their rooms, in the bed, by 8. Why? Children need structure. Children need their rest. Come on. You've been chasing after the kids. Well, actually, I know I've been chasing after my kids all day long. The people who need this program have not, because they've been babysitting themselves, running the streets while you're in the house or wherever doing God knows what. So while my children have a bedtime, I don't want to hear your kids outside smacking their lips. Bedtime? Now, this is someone who only about a couple months older than my child. Bedtime? Well, what's a bedtime? Why they gotta go to bed? It's still light outside. Because I said so. That's why they have to go to bed. Their bedtime is at 8 o'clock. You need to get the children in a cycle of what they need. They need 8 to 10 hours of sleep just so they can be productive. Mine are still at that age where they sleep all night, but they still need a 2-hour nap in the middle of the day because their little bodies can't handle it. That's why most of these kids have behavioral problems right now, because you let them run around, you let them do whatever they want to do and fall out whenever they want to. On the weekend, fine, dandy, whatever. Mine still are in bed by 8, 8:30, maybe 9 o'clock if I can tolerate their sleepiness. But that's part of the behavioral problem some of these kids have. They're sleepy. They aren't getting enough rest. You're not feeding them correctly. All they eat is Kool-Aid, pop, chips, whatever. You don't feed them. I'm getting ahead of myself again. Bedtime. Lesson number 7. This is one that you really, really, really need to remember from me. If you can't abide by the rules, or if you can't figure out, I will call the people on you and your dusty ass kids. 696 kids, DCFS. I'll call them. I have no shame. Because at the same time, too, you're endangering them. And they're trying to rub off on mine. Which I see as a threat. And I have an issue with it. So, you've been warned. Parents, a few takeaways. You are the parent, not a best friend. Quit thinking, oh, he gonna be mad at me. She ain't gonna like me if I tell her no. So the hell what? It is your job to tell your children no when something is not good for them. Quit letting them run the streets. Quit letting the streets raise your kids. Quit letting the police keep tapping their asses, because then you're going to be the first one on the news crying and singing, he ain't never did nothing wrong to nobody. He was a good kid. Bitch, please. This same one I've seen running up and down the street 3 o'clock in the morning, half naked, chasing some little girl playing hide and go get it, trying to take some booty. Take control of your children. Have structure. Spend time with them. Read to them. Talk to them. Ask them how their day has gone. Ask them if they had a good day. Your children will talk to you and be your friends. Or they'll think that you're their friend, which you should be, but you are still the adult. You never know until you take the time just to talk to them. And last but not least, if all of that fails, beat that ass. I'd rather you do it before the police do it for you. I'm just saying. That's part 1 of the 2-weekend program. Part 2 will be a little bit more intensive. It's going to take a little bit of thought. So, stand by and we'll go from there. Bye.